Hi everyone, I'm Rabbi Shmuley and welcome to Shmulschool. Should you be honoring parents who could be damaging in your life, whose presence is toxic? It's a question that so many of us have to face. There are the 10 Commandments, honor thy father and thy mother. It's one of the most important commandments because it establishes two unique ideas, which is first, that there's a hierarchy in the universe, that the people who preceded us have a unique wisdom, they have unique experience in life, they've learned things, and you should honor that knowledge. Secondly, and more importantly, it's about gratitude. These people gave you your life. Here you are complaining, you ruined my life. There wouldn't be a you to ruin had they not given you that life as your parents. And aside from those two thoughts, there's the simple commandment from God where he says, this is very important to me. And you can't really question it because you have to honor your parents. But what happens when honoring your parents begins to dishonor your own life? Let's say you have parents who are extremely controlling and don't let you make any decisions by yourself. Let's say you have parents who are very vindictive, or I've met parents who are jealous of their children. I've met neglectful parents, which is probably the most toxic condition, where your parents make you feel like you have no value. You can never get their attention. They're never around. Deadbeat dads who've left the family and who don't even support the family. Deadbeat moms who may have done the same thing. Divorced parents where one of the father or the mother marries someone new who has very little respect for the previous family, treats the children contemptuously, and the father or the mother doesn't intervene to get their new spouse to respect their parents for fear of losing the new relationship. There's a million scenarios, and each of them can create great toxicity in your life. Do you still have a responsibility to honor your parents? So what I would say is, you always have to honor your parents. The question is whether it has to be active or passive. So if your parents are loving and good to you, it must be active and passive. You must show them respect, speak to them calmly and honorably. Thank you, Mom. Hello, Mom. I love you, Mom. Hug your mom. That's active respect. Go and get her things when she's sitting down. She's had a long day at work. That's a very nice thing in honoring your parents. Simpler things in the Talmud are, don't sit in your father or your mother's place at the table. Don't interrupt them when they speak. Little things like that that show honor. The more passive form of honor is that even when they're not around, make an effort, pick up the phone, try to reach out to them, even if you don't live in the same city, etc. But when parents are toxic and it's beginning to ruin your life by having them in your life because they are endlessly critical, they bring nervousness and terrible anxiety by putting you down always, or they have a substance abuse problem, or if, as I said earlier, they are very, very neglectful, even having abandoned you, then I believe you are absolved from the active part of honoring your parents. You don't have to pursue them. You don't have to call them, because doing so is going to depress you. It's going to ruin your current marriage. It's going to impede an ability to build a relationship with your children now. You're going to ruin your life in order to keep this commandment. But you're still not absolved from passive forms of honor. You can never be abusive to your parents. You may not have to maintain a relationship because it's destroying you, but you can still never dishonor them. You can never speak badly of them. You can never attack them. You can never respond in kind, no matter how mean or cruel they are. So here you're able to protect and nurture your own nest, the life that you're creating, but without becoming abusive, without dishonoring them. You know the best way to remedy this whole question is for parents to be good parents. Parents have to give their children a sense of value. They have to be around. They have to be involved. They have to show love. They have to show validation. They have to listen to their children when they speak. They have to prioritize them. They have to be involved in their lives emotionally, spiritually, financially. Parents also have to know when not to helicopter their kids. You can't hover above all the time. It may be a loving gesture because you want to make sure they're protected, but they need to emerge from the cocoon, wings intact, and soar to do great things. I'm Rabbi Shmuley, and this has been Shmulschool.